Yo, what's good? It's your boy Jay back at it again, and today we got horror movies out instantly dying by waves. You already know the deal is. Follow me on Jay's here and Jay's there. Without further ado, let's get started. Wait, I swear if you put a jump scare.
Now we have finally entered the month of October, and with October comes one of the best seasons of all
October,
time.
scary season, boy. Shit, hey, bro, all my students, we about to be on fall break. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
We all mess with something that probably makes us all feel great and thrive in our lives. Something that can take away the depression completely away from somebody as if it never happened and make them the happiest they've ever been. And that is horror! Now I'm gonna keep it 100 in. When it comes to different media, I hate horror, man. It's not my shit. I don't mess with it at all, man. If you're
horror has to be done very right. Otherwise, it's just ass. Horror is one of those genres that's like, a horror movie's either really good or really bad. Like, there's no in between. Like, it's not like a blockbuster film where you like, that's alright. Like a bad horror movie, it's not, you just gonna laugh at that hoe. I ain't gonna lie. Good horror movie though. Shit, Nightmare on Elm Street. No, Texas Chainsaw, they gonna get you, bro. I ain't gonna front.
Person who can sit in the dark alone by themselves and watch a dark.
We just like this week we just reacted Texas Chainsaw and Jigsaw.
Horror movie like The Conjuring or Smile and not get shook at it. You're a weirdo, I'm not gonna lie, you're a sicko. You're probably a murderer in disguise, you fiend. Get on my side, man. But for real though, I've watched a decent amount of horror movies in my life, and most of them are low-key good and interesting. When you watch it in broad daylight, I don't ever watch horror movies late at night. What do you think this is? That's what gets people overthinking, thinking a murderer is about to bust up in their crib. It's mad. But with some of the horror movies I've watched by myself and the different YouTube videos on people giving their opinions saying how they can survive certain horror movies, or just straight up box with the
Shout out
villains
my boy
in
How to Beat, man. My nigga, most of these horror movies, you escape this shit with common sense, nigga. Don't be. First off, my black ass is not exploring no backwater, back roads areas late at night. Nigga, that is the first thing that wouldn't be happening. My ass. You know me in real life, you know I'm about black as, bro, I'm black. Like, I'm black. Like, there is no universe where I'm gonna be trying to explore the land and shit. You got me messed up. Secondly, right? That was the video that was uploaded above. Secondly, bro, I'm not gonna be no Curious George individual, man. I'm staying at the crib. I'm staying in well-lit areas. Like, you're not about to see me trying to be in these urban ass areas. Like, I'm straight. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm cooling off that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, thirdly, I'm not answering no on phone calls. If GPS says take a left in these do this, let's take a shortcut to the right. We going left, my nigga. Sorry to tell you.
Fight as if these men were even on the same playing field. You will get smoked, you liar. You have no chance. But it got me thinking, what about a video about horror movies that you would definitely die in? Movies where plot armor wouldn't come to save you like it does with the MC and you get finessed in the first 10 seconds. Movies where living comfy in your crib would be your biggest downfall and now you have to have a one-on-one with a demon. Movies where you think it would be the easiest to survive, but in reality, you probably end it yourself. And I thought I'll bring up some movies I've seen that definitely fit these categories, because you know, most horror movies hold you in the end. You ain't meant to win them, man. It's rigged. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. Beginning with
Offer it, fucks all, bro. If it's like one of the traps where I gotta hurt somebody to get the key, that's one thing. But if once these niggas started doing like the hook in the chain in your jaw, you gotta rip it out. Nah, bro, I'm just gonna die, bro. That nigga gonna tell me you have all the chains in your body, one in your jaw, two in your arms, like one in your stomach, two in your legs, and you need to rip it off. I'm gonna just be like, I guess I led a good life, bro. I'm gonna start writing my will, bro. I'm straight.
Now, I'm not gonna lie here, I've only seen a couple of Saw movies. The first three since they were all on Netflix, and then a while back I watched Jigsaw and Saw X. But I definitely have enough receipts to talk about these movies. Hopefully we're all familiar with the Saw series. If not, let me break it down for you. So in Saw, you get people who get put into scenarios where the Jigsaw murderer, which in the first movie is known as a man named John Kramer, who's out here putting certain types of bad people like criminals, addicts, or just straight up dickheads into death traps. And his whole ideology behind this is that he says he's out here testing their will to survive. And he sits in his chair justifying it, saying that he's not a murderer as he's giving you an option to survive. Acting
Nigga, cap, bro, like, nigga, bro, you gonna put me in this goddamn you gonna put a bear trapper on my head but saying, oh, I didn't kill him. He had the choice to survive. Nigga, Jigsaw, bro, if you don't eat a whole bag of hippo dick, nigga.
as a means of justice towards certain people whose lives got messed over by the same people Jigsaw put into the traps. Which would make sense if Jigsaw wasn't out here rigging this shit, because you'll never win, he's a liar. This guy's the most bullshit murderer I've ever seen. He literally abducts people and puts them in hold scenarios where there's no way of coming out. You're finished. For example, in Saw 1, we have the iconic reverse bear trap, which Amanda Young was put in by Kramer to test her. And luckily enough, she was able to win and get the trap off her head. But to do this, she had to kill her cellmate by stabbing him in the stomach while he was still alive and taking out the key to unlock the bear trap. Now, I'm not gonna lie here. Jigsaw rigged this trap so she could win. This some bullshit. He gave her the most free.
She got it easy. You might be saying, but you had to kill someone. Yeah, but it's like life or death, nigga. It's either my life or yours, B, and I ain't gotta choose mine. I don't even know you like that. But it's like, secondly, right? That nigga, you ain't had to hurt. You gonna have mental pain. But that's the scenario where I'm gonna just be like, that sucks, but it is what it is, bro. It's like, it is. I'm just gonna be like, it is what it is, gang. It is what it is, bro. I had to do what I had to do, man. God bless your soul and your family. But yeah, these other ones, they just get more and more grotesque and rampant as it goes, bro. That needle scene, oh my. If you watch Saw 2, you know what I'm talking about, bro. That needle scene, that shit's dead made me want to like cut the movie off, bro. It's like, oh, I'm remembering that shit.
Part she could ever have to win. She literally had to do nothing to herself. She had to take somebody else out for her own survival. And in most case scenarios, that's very possible. That's mad achievable. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still pretty dark. But still, you can do that. And compared to the rest of the Saw traps other people went through, this shit is mad easy, bro. It was easy. And then right after this, Amanda goes ahead to become the apprentice to Jigsaw, who was also out here designing and holding people by putting them in certain death traps they definitely wouldn't win. And right after this trap, you see the rest of them throughout the movies. Yeah, end it all, man. The next I want to bring to your attention is the flammable jelly trap. And in this trap, Jigsaw's put a man in a room and has poisoned him. And the only way to get the antidote is to get into the safe. But to get into the safe, you have to find the combination. And the combination is somewhere on the walls of the room. Now, in the room, it's dark as shit. So to even read the walls, Mark, who's the guy who gets...
Like, how the fuck are you gonna... Like, you just holding yourself... You want me to get all these numbers. There's dozens of numbers. You want me to memorize them, find the code, while I'm butt-ass naked, covered in gel, all while my feet are just constantly, I'm stepping on glass. Like, alright, bro.
It's put into the test, has to use a candle to read it. But you see he's covered in jelly. That can light him on fire. Not to mention, Jigsaw put broken glass on the floor. And that was definitely put there on purpose to make this guy stumble. Now in this trap, what the hell can you do, man? You're walking on broken glass, cutting up your feet, which is most likely gonna mess up your balance. Then on top of that, you have to go around the room with a candle that can burn you alive if you even face the light a little bit towards you. And the worst bit about this, the whole logic behind it, the thinking process, the crazy idea that drove Kramer to put him in this trap in the first place was because the man missed work. This man just wasn't pulling up to his corporate job, which I know for a fact millions of people do. Everybody bunks shit. I never joined my lessons in lockdown. I was out here playing OG Fortnite. I was never going to school. And just because he didn't go to work, he killed him. He's a hater, man. How is this justice?
Nigga, bro, he's gonna be like, I had to make him appreciate life. Well, what'd he do? Oh, he skipped class. I saw that nigga going to the supermarket, kidnapped that little nigga. I put him in the anal bamboo torture. Like, bro, Jigsaw, what's wrong with you, man?
Giant corporations are evil anyway. Kramer, you might as well admit you're part of them. You're evil. The possible chance that you would survive the flammable death trap is the 1%. I'll give you the 1 because, you know, RNG can come in luck sometimes. You might pull through, but you probably won't. The reverse bear trap Amanda went through is a 40% chance because even though it's one of the easiest ones to get through, you only have 1 minute to get it done and you also have to kill somebody. And your mental state is definitely going to be mashed up. Your brain will probably start doing backflips, getting you to waste time. So in turn, you probably just waste enough time to get packed. You're finished it. And then there's a lot more other traps throughout the entire series that just full on hold everyone. Like the bathroom in the first movie, you had to chop your leg off. But as soon as you do that, you will die, bro. You'll probably bleed to death. You'll pass out.
You either bleed out or get infected, my nigga.
The angel trap finished. Because even if you somehow get the key out of the acid, the key probably would have dissolved so much because at first you probably hesitate to get it. Then by the time you actually get the key out, it wouldn't work anymore. So it's unbeatable. It's some bullshit. And John himself just makes shit mad personal. Because in Saw 2, throughout the whole movie, he just wanted to get at Eric Matthews by using his son. And he put his son into a game. And compared to everybody else who was there, he didn't do nothing. You know
nigga,
how old
deadass did nothing fucking wrong, gang.
He was when he was in the game? He was 14. What shit could a 14-year-old do? So what was the point of using him when Kramer is enough of a genius and had Amanda working beside him that he could have just kidnapped Eric somewhere else? How did did it end up with him taking his son? Bro, he could have died in there. That's mad. This is the same guy who says he acts out of justice, but then he went for a kid.
No, that nigga just crazy as fuck. He ain't acting no judge. Nigga just crazy.
He's a sicko, man. Get him out of here. But look, though, there's a bunch of traps in Sword that are rigged to go against you. Like, the whole game in itself is like a 30-70 chance of survival. The odds are against you from jump. Like, you're better off sleeping in the corner than you are to try and survive. Just let it happen to you. Because this guy doesn't even want you to think that you can win. As soon as he puts you in the game, he might as well just shot you in the face. His games are fake. He wants you to die. And if I was a player in Jigsaw's traps, well, hopefully I wouldn't be. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't do shit. Now, when it comes to A Quiet Place, it looks like it's not that hard to survive. I'll be so real. Once again,
Be quiet, nigga.
I haven't seen all the movies, only the first one. But from what I've seen, is that all you have to do is stay quiet, move in silence, don't move a muscle, and take a vow to never speak or move a certain way for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's impossible. Even though the bar to survive in this movie compared to most horror is definitely lower,
Nigga, all it takes is one bonito. That is full. Nigga, nasty ass skinwalker gonna jump out the bushes and get your shit. I ain't
idiots as hell. You have to consistently stay quiet, otherwise you will die. The family in the movie were walking outside with no shoes. That's how bad it is. So for me to even think I have a chance of surviving in A Quiet Place, I'm cooked. You mean to tell me if I was taking a fat number 2, as soon as it hits the water, the aliens are just gonna come finesse my head top? What are we talking about here? It's unsustainable to be that quiet for so long. It's not about it being a difficult world to move through. In fact, the world itself doesn't even look that bad. The family looked like they had a good situation going on with their farm. They were eating dinner normally, they were playing board games, and they even play music sometimes through their earphones. Like, it looked calm. But then as soon as you do something like fart in your sleep, you're dead. And as a normal person, there is no way you'd solo a death angel.
You slipping up, bro. No, I could beat this shit. Punch him, he gonna lunge at me. I'm gonna put the gun in his mouth. Go boom, boom, boom. Got his ass.
These men are built different. They're out here running at top speeds like how men move when they're getting chased. They can cut through practically anything easily with them finessing the car in the movie. They're bulletproof, which means even if you find a gun, it wouldn't work on them, it would just get you deleted. And then they have super echolocation, so it's like they can see with their hearing. So to the average person, they're stacked, you ain't surviving. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it were me, I'd probably be tempted to slap them in the face. They're just the lanky xenomorph. I'd be way too curious. This shit would definitely get me killed. But it's more so that in these grounds, they're dominating. It's like being Michael Jordan in '96. You be smoking everyone. Also, you can't afford to be tempted to do anything and everything in this world that will make any noise. If I was out here in an apocalyptic supermarket and I saw a bag of Sensations Thai sweet chili crisps, you might need to listen to me lock in here because these crisps are heaven. It has a perfect crunch to it. The sweet chili is amazing and it's just an enjoyable and different experience. It's what you should write on my tombstone because I'm eating them, man. If I want to make some fried chicken, I'm probably gonna die as well. If I owned a farm and on that farm I had a bunch of different animals like cows and chickens, if I was milking a cow and it goes moo, I'm dead. If I were to open a door,
it depends on how loud the sound is, bro.
Creaks, I'm dead. If me and my wife are about to get passionate, intimate, get into the business and preserve the human race, I'm gonna die. What you want to do here, man? There's only so much I can't do. I'm just a man. And let's say by God's grace you had the death angel's weakness, which is any high frequency sound like the daughter used without hearing it. Even then, you would still die because God forbid that whatever sound you use would only work on a death angel that's near or in front of you. As soon as you kill that one, like in the movie, more would come running for you. They'll be out here sprinting at 99 miles per hour to come and finesse you. They have numbers, so it's over. Best case scenario is if you get the same exact outcome as the mother and daughter did.
Nigga, all you gotta do is blast Finito on your loudspeaker, boy. You get them hoes in like a 360-degree motion. You know what I'm saying? You blast Finito. Bro, that's, you know how loud that song is, bro? You put that shit on Mad, bro. All them skinwalkers is dead, bro.
With her just being able to blam the alien right after they start hearing the sound. But then right after that happens, just accept your fate, bro. You're finished. Look, I'm not saying that Quiet Place is a hard world to survive in. It's just difficult and annoying to be consistently quiet in. Comparing this to other apocalyptic places like The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, or flipping Daybreak, you have a better chance of surviving in A Quiet Place than these others. Because in those shows, you have to navigate zombies you can see and hear you. It's double trouble. And even though they're not bulletproof and die much easier, you can then again just get finessed by the numbers. The only way I can see myself surviving in A Quiet Place is either if I live right on top or right next to a waterfall, or I just pull a Disney and live on top of Paradise Falls. Either way, my life is over here.
Easy. Don't go for the snow bunnies, nigga. Like, bro, if I'm a black man and my white girlfriend, I'm not talking mixed, I'm talking white, like Caucasian white. Like, you know what I'm saying? We sprinkle a little bit of we sprinkle a dazzle of salt and pepper on our chicken white. Nigga, if I see going in the woods, going deep into the country, nigga, my nigga senses is already tingling, bro. My nigga senses is already off for it, bro.
Before I even go over why
I don't even be delving in the snow like that, bro. I ain't gonna front, so like I'd be alright, bro.
I even go over why I think I'd almost have no chance of surviving Get Out. I'm gonna give the best way
nigga,
you can.
I'm not even a snow bunny type of nigga, so I wouldn't even be in this
Never
scenario.
be in this situation at first. The most obvious reason that will save your life and keep you breathing. The one thing that's right in front of you that makes the most sense is to just not be tempted by the snow. And I know what you think I'm asking of you is crazy and impossible, but trust me, as a young black man, I know how hard it is to be tempted by the white chocolate. I know from my previous ventures, sometimes you get too addicted to it. But my brothers, we must
Yo, bro, these YouTube niggas be, bro, why every black YouTuber I be watching got a snow bunny addiction, bro? They stay delving in the snow.
learn to leave that kind of food behind, because white chocolate is full of a bunch of food coloring, chemicals and preservatives, whereas dark chocolate is all natural and comes straight from the trees. My brothers, stay strong, because we must be free, man. We must be free. But anyways, let's say I wasn't Get Out. It's over, man. I'm dying. When it comes down to it, if you were in Chris's scenario and got invited down to go see your girlfriend's family, you probably would have
I'm just not drinking, nigga. Just don't drink any tea, nigga. That tea will fuck them up. I'm not drinking, nigga. If I don't know you, I'm not drinking none of you prepared.
think anything of it at first. You would take her word for it, unless it became so bait that they were trying to con you into taking
And also keep the keys in your car or in your pocket.
over your body. When at the start of the movie, it wasn't even like that. They greeted him nicely and came off as a normal family. Even when her brother started moving mad weird during the family dinner, out here talking about frame and genetic makeup, it's sus, I ain't gonna lie. But surely because you love your girlfriend and you want to make a good first impression in front of her family, you'd probably film it. And when it came to other interactions like her mom helping Chris with his smoking addiction, he looked at it as a win at first rather than an uncomfortable experience. So instead of pointing out red flags early, there was a lot to convince Chris that was calm out here. Other things like the groundskeeper being well spoken, your phone not being charged, or even the Fed near the start of the movie being racist are a bunch of things that you'd most likely be unfazed by. Cause to you, it might just be a couple of common occurrences or coincidences. But then, as soon as you get to the gathering, and everybody out here in every conversation you have is talking about your race, your build,
Yeah, they be like, damn, I wish I had your black body. It's so great and nimble, and that's gonna be a fucking clip. But regardless, the moment niggas start talking about some, oh, that chocolate, I would have been gone, nigga.
you're flipping wood. Yeah, by that point, I'd be uncomfortable as shit. They're weird. I'm dipping out of there, man. I would cut. And the more and more black people turning up being a lot more well-spoken would eventually make me feel like, whose man says this? Go home. So by this point, I'd be creeped out by these men. I would want to go home. And being a loving and supportive person in a relationship, I would turn to the women I love, who is also trying to kill me. The biggest obstacle here for me would be my lady. She would be my biggest downfall. She would set me up and I would actually go through with it. Love is a bitch, man. But let's say I get out the chair like Chris did and knock out her brother. You're telling me I'm supposed to just John Wick my way out of there, make my way through the crib without anyone noticing, get into a car and just drive off? I mean, I probably could, but don't forget, Rose has a rifle, bro. She probably would hear me even coming up the stairs, and then I'm dead. She was really searching up NCAA players and eating cereal and drinking milk separately. She's a psycho.
Yeah, she weird, nigga. Who the fuck eats cereal and drinks milk separately? Who does that shit?
Bro, as soon as you see the photos of her with multiple different black people, it's over. Your chances are gone. You're finished. And real quick, I want to go back to talking about the groundskeeper grandpa and the maid grandma. And I'll be damned if I ever hear somebody say the word doggone keeper. Like, what the hell is that, man? I'm a black person from London. People already assume we speak posh as shit. On some, hello, governor. Hip hip cheerio. Julie, make me a cup of tea, will you, love? 2 sugars, please. No, we don't move like that, bro. We
Are
be
y'all
on some
sure? Y'all sure y'all niggas don't be talking about some hello. Yo, let me chill on my British viewers, bro. Let me chill. But yeah, bro, Get Out. I don't even be in the snow, so this shit wouldn't happen. The moment I saw those my girlfriend day, nothing but black guys. I'm not even seeing no mix. I'm seeing dark ass niggas. Yeah, that would have been like, yo, that's all.
About my blood clot, yang. It's weird. So coming from a country that's stereotyped to be very well spoken, I knew this guy was already strange. And when it came to the maid, she was out here saying the word tattletale. Who calls anyone a tattletale. Snake, rat, snitch. These are common names used to talk about people that stab you in the back. But her being confused for the longest time trying to figure out what Chris meant was like, have you ever been a kid before? Holy shit. And at her first impression as well, don't forget that they're in the bodies of people Rose lured back to her family to have their bodies taken over. So physically they look young, but they're out here being confused by different words for snitch and calling people a doggone keeper. Get out of here, man. And when my man was talking about the African American experience, saying it was positive, I'm from England and I knew that was some bullshit. This movie is kind of shaky to attempt an escape out of, only because I think I'd firm a lot and think differently of just being in a relationship until it was too late. That shit would get me killed. And if you were to try and survive this movie, you would either have to never visit her family. I'm talking about you make sick excuses every single time and bring us some next up bullshit just saying you don't want to go. Or you do go, you find out all the shit, then you sneak out at night when they're all sleeping and get the hell out of there, man. But in all honesty, once you sit down to have dinner with her family, you ain't coming back, bro. You're done. But hey, in honor of spooky season, these were some horror movies I'd sign out of if I were in them. If you got any ways you'd survive.
Hey, bro, you need to bring up. You should have brought up the motherfucking Final Destination, bro. I don't know how you survive that. That's God. You find God, nigga. You find God himself, boy. If God wants you to die in a horrific way, bro, you gonna die in that horrific way, bro. With that being said, shout out my dog Waves. It's your boy Jay. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and yeah, I'm out.